I'm driving to San Diego, and I'm listening to my really nice music through my bone conducting headphone things that I love. You got to get the Shocks brand because they have the best microphones, so when you're doing phone calls with people, they can hear you nicely. All the cheap ones will make good sound for playback, or pretty good sound, but you need a good microphone to have a two-way phone call. But as I'm listening to my beautiful music, I'm wanting to be in communion and relationship and harmony with God. And I don't know how to relate this to people, but it's offensive when you see other people who have short-term relationships and they're breaking up and fighting and arguing and all this bullshit, when you get to experience long-term communion that's harmonious with somebody like God. If it's got to be God, it's cool. It's cooler if it's a hot chick and you can fuck her, but and she fucks you back, and like it's really beautiful and wonderful and awesome. But if it's just God, that's fine too. God's wonderful. You learn, oh, I don't do this because this ruins the harmony of the relationship, and then God doesn't do that over there because that ruins things with me too. And like, and you're communicating through stuff, and you know, which is a big part of it. God prepares your heart for the next season you're going to go through, and you can share your heart and what you're going through, and He can kind of read what that means you're about to go through. So not only does He hear from you what you're going through, but He also gains knowledge of what you're about to go through. And when you get to experience years and years, like I have, of communion with God, the idea of these shitty behaviors of women who try to grab the relationship and control it, or create disruption, or use relationship instability as a method to control things or direct them or gain control, it's just garbage. It's offensive. You know, I don't know if people need to interact with AI more because they're not ready to interact with God. I don't think that's true. But whenever you interact, whenever you're doing work, like when we're at the solar farm working, or when we're on any job working, and you and your teammates learn how to do the task, and you're setting things up for the next guy because you know what he's going to need and he knows what you're going to need next, so everybody's just really in a harmonious flow. It's like group flow state or team flow state. That is awesome. And imagine having a whole relationship full of that awesomeness. That's why we're here. That's why God made humans, is because flow state's awesome, and it's even more awesome when you get to share it with your friends and your teammates and stuff. And Satan has just made this world a horrible, tormentuous, awful thing. And a lot of these women have no clue. And most people who own dogs don't know how to train the dog and keep it on the leash and teach it to heel, and have trained the dog to be a good companion and co-journerer. But we are meant to have women that are supposed to be our helpmates according to the book of Genesis, and they're supposed to be better than a dog because we can fuck them. You should not fuck a dog. Don't fuck your dogs. No human to animal bestiality stuff. But it's just sad to realize how few people even know what harmony and harmonious relations can be like. They don't relate with God. And God's basically vapor. He's not going to fart and make you smell his farts or something. Like, if you can't have a healthy, friendly relationship with the invisible God of eternity, how the hell are you prepared to have one with a human who's going to do human things that irritate you and agitate you? So it's just a sad world we're in. It's really awful, actually. And I'm an awesome dude, and I deserve an awesome woman, and I've never gotten one. It's absolutely horrible. And I would love to have one, but you know, Kathy was the closest thing to one. Peachy was a liar. Anita was a liar. These girls that say, you know, they want you, or they heard from God, or I got an audio of Peachy saying, you know, that I'm the only guy she wants, and then she's just totally sack of shit liar, you know. pray for me that other men don't tempt me and stuff. It's like, bro, PG, you have a decision in the issue. All these women have a decision in the issue. Don't put that on God, that's on you. If you're gonna entertain temptation, that's on you. So, and look, they'll entertain temptation with their other vices too, cigarettes, food eating, whatever